Women wondering why men are ignoring them. Women have told men for decades to leave them alone. Don't catcall them, don't approach them in public, don't stare at them. And that's exactly what men have done. There are young women that have never been approached in public. Now, women are wondering why men don't approach. This is exactly what we wanted, ladies. This is the world we built. Now, let's take a look at some of the women that are wondering why men do not approach in public.
So why do men no longer come up to women? I asked this in a TikTok last week, and it got so many comments, especially from men. And I just want to preface this with, this was no shade to men. This post was no shade to men, and neither is this one. I was just genuinely curious and asking. I love men. I think they're awesome, and I think that they're a little confused right now. But most of their responses said something like, we were told not to go up to you guys, and we were told...
Yeah, the men are like, you guys are gaslighting us. You guys said stop, so we stopped. You didn't like the cat calling, we stopped. And now you miss it. The audacity.
For years, men were told they were unnecessary, disposable, and replaceable. Now the silence feels louder than the insults ever were. Turns out pushing men out doesn't make them chase back. It makes them adapt. And adaptation looks a lot like indifference.
You want to lose a good man fast? Simple. Just follow these 3 steps, and I guarantee you he will be gone before you even realize what happened. Step 1. Disrespect him. The fastest way to kill love is disrespect. Roll your eyes at him. Cut him off when he talks. Talk down to him in front of other people. Laugh at his ideas. Make him feel this small. A good man will not stay where he feels disrespected, because respect is the foundation of how he gives and how he leads. The second he loses that, the relationship is done. Step 2, withhold your intimacy. Then make sex a bargaining chip. Weaponize intimacy. Punish him by shutting him out physically and emotionally. Make him feel like attraction is something he has to beg for. When a man feels unwanted by the woman he chose, it cuts him deeper than you think. So he will check out, and once he does, it is almost impossible to bring him back. And finally, step 3, be constantly negative. Finally, complain about everything. Focus on what he isn't instead of what he is. Criticize instead of appreciate. Nitpick the small things and ignore the effort he does put in. Nothing crushes a man faster than realizing no matter how hard he tries, he will never be enough in your eyes. So yeah, do these 3 things and you will lose a good man fast. Or you can flip it. Respect him, desire him, and appreciate him. That's how you keep a man who actually will show up for you.
Men didn't leave because they were weak. They left because they were paying full price for half respect. When masculinity is shamed but still demanded in emergencies, the contradiction becomes obvious. You don't exile people and then ask them to rebuild the village.
I pushed him away and now I want him back. This is very common, okay? A lot of us women who are very much in our masculine, we have a hard time being vulnerable, really showing our feelings, really showing how we truly feel about something. You know, when we're sad, when we're hurt, we don't say that. We express our anger rather than what's truly under that, right? We have this barrier, we have this shield around our heart that we have had for probably our whole lives. You know, we have probably brought up in this, you know, household where feelings, emotions they were never expressed, but anger was maybe something that was just what we expressed. That's how we communicated, right? And it helped us a lot through our upbringing, but now we are in these relationships where that's not helping, right? And we are attracted to men that are very much in their masculine, and what they're looking for is a feminine energy woman. And feminine energy woman is someone who is able to express her feelings without attacking, right? She's able to express her feelings without blaming, without shaming, without criticizing. And that is a skill that we all need to learn, okay? Especially as women. Because once we learn it, our men will pick it up, okay? I've done this myself with my husband. So anyway, how do you get this man back? The first thing that I want you to do is please don't blame yourself for this, okay? Love that part of you that feels guilty for what happened. Accept that this is what happened, okay? So second thing is accept what happened. So say to yourself, I radically accept that he ended that relationship, that the relationship ended, okay? So that's the second thing. So first, stop blaming yourself. Second, accept that it happened. Third, allow some time, some space, okay, for you and him. If you have been in your masculine, you have been like chasing after this man during this time, I want you to stop, okay? I want you to take all of that energy back to you, and I want you to just focus on you and allow this beautiful energy between the two of you, okay? When you think of him, what I want you to do is I want you to say, I sent you love, I sent you light, and I release you, okay? And if you have allowed enough time, couple weeks to go by, and you have been doing this whole beautiful energy, right? Allowing that space between the two of you, and still sending him that love, right? So you're creating that warmth between the two of you. You can reach out to him, right? To have a conversation around what happened. This is a chance for you to acknowledge the part that you had in this breakup, and also opening up the doors again to having the relationship that you both desire.
Men were told to disappear, stop leading, stop speaking, stop wanting. So they did. Now the same absence is being framed as a crisis. Funny how men only matter once they're gone.
Girl, do you not realize how bad you're fucking up right now? Seriously. He is trying all he can to show you that he loves you and that he's there for you. Trying to be your shoulder to cry on through all your overthinking and your crazy moments. And you're pushing him away. For what? He is so rare to come by. Guys who actually give a fuck are so rare to come by, and you're just pushing this one away like he's nothing. Why? Everybody I know, they always ask, where are the good guys at? Hun, he's right in front of you. Don't fuck it up. If you love him like you tell him you do, then fucking show it. Don't keep pushing him aside, because all that's gonna do is make him think that he's not appreciated. It's just gonna show him that no matter what he does, it's not gonna matter, because he's gonna get played. That's when you create fuckboys. Don't fucking ruin a good guy because you're too selfish to realize it.
Men didn't abandon society. Society made it clear they were liabilities until proven useful. When effort is punished and silence is safer, withdrawal becomes logical. No protest, no rage, just a quiet exit.
Ladies, this one's gonna sting, but most of the time it is not men ruining relationships. It is women sabotaging themselves. But first, let me explain. First is the victim mindset. If every argument turns into poor me, look what you did to me, you're not resolving the conflict. You're dodging accountability. Second, attention addiction. If you need outside validation, likes, stares, DMs to feel secure, you'll never be happy with the man that you're with. Third, lack of self-worth. If you drag your unhealed trauma into a relationship but refuse to face it and deal with it, you're making your partner pay for damage that they did not cause. These aren't just little habits. They are relationship killers. They destroy trust, create resentment, and eventually push away the man or woman you claim to love. And the hard truth, a lot of women would rather blame men than admit that they're guilty of these patterns. So before you say men are the problem, ask yourself, am I sabotaging my own relationship? Try to ask yourself that. If you're brave enough to admit that, you will change everything. If not, you're going to repeat the same cycle. Drop your take in the comments. I know this one is going to get a little heated.
You can't spend years telling men they're the problem, and then cry when they stop volunteering as the solution. Men learned the rules, read the fine print, and chose peace instead. Accountability hits different when it's retroactive.
They always come back. Okay, but how embarrassing is it when they don't? My entire existence of dating, I had one guy that just didn't come back, and I was so embarrassed about it for the longest time. Because why? This was years ago, but I'm pretty sure after he ended it with me, I think I tried multiple times to be hey, miss ya, and he just didn't do anything. And oh my god, I know it's just because he couldn't handle all of this, but it was humiliating. Such a big blessing now, but it was very humbling. Without that, I wouldn't have my very, very, very sexy boyfriend that I do now. But back then, having to be humbled multiple times, not even once, not even twice. I think we literally kissed one time after that. And then he was yeah, I don't want to see you ever again. And I was oh, because he's so in love with me. No, he hated me. He actually thought I was atrocious. Obviously, my self-worth was at the lowest, so that was the guy I really wanted because of course he didn't want me, so I wanted him more. And I would sit there at night being no, it's just because he's so in love with me, and I think he's just scared to admit his feelings. I was just thinking about that because I saw a flashback in my Snapchat, and I went, oh, delete. Now all I keep thinking about is how I miss my sexy boyfriend and how I'm so lucky to have him in my life.
Men aren't confused. They're done explaining. Every boundary was labeled insecurity, every standard called misogyny. At some point, walking away becomes the only move that doesn't require an apology.
If you chased, you begged, you pleaded after the breakup with your ex, and you really just kind of were pathetic, let's just be honest. You probably know that, and your ex probably knows that too. Is it over? Did you ruin your chances if you were begging and pleading after the breakup? I'm going to break that down for you. In short, the answer is no. You haven't completely ruined your chances. Now, obviously, if you force them to have to block you, it is a little bit of a setback, but it's not the end of the world. Now, the first thing that you need to do is immediately stop doing that. If you're still finding reasons to reach out, definitely cut that out as quickly as you can. I would say cut it out today if you can, if you're still doing it. And understand that even if you have furniture or belongings at their place, or they have your stuff, or there's a birthday coming up, or I know the holidays are coming up, you can't use those as excuses to try to reach out to your ex. So what you've been doing is you've been finding ways to reach out to them, or what's most common is you're just trying to convince them that they should come back to you. And you have to understand that your ex is in the relief phase. So anything you try to say, even if it's logical, trying to lay out the reasons why they should come back to you, it's really not going to work. And it's going to make your ex just get fed up, and it's going to push you away further and further and further. So what you need to do is actually use this as an opportunity. If you have been begging a lot after the breakup and you completely stop right now and you go no contact, it's actually going to kind of shock their system, right? Because if you've been doing it, then they probably are expecting that from you, and everything that you do just falls in line with what they would expect you to do, and it's not helping your case. So right now, if you were to immediately cut it out, after a few weeks, they might be like, wait, what happened? Why are they not reaching out? Why are they not begging anymore? What I would do if I were you right now, if you've been reaching out today, then maybe drop a quick note and say, sorry, my behavior was all over the place. I understand your decision now, and I'll respect your space. We'll always care about you. Something simple. If you've been doing it already today or yesterday and they haven't blocked you, then just drop maybe one quick note and then immediately go into no contact. Now, if you want help with this kind of situation, definitely book a call with me, because I can help you in depth if you did do this, what to do, what not to do, and how to get your ex back in this kind of situation or any other kind of situation. You can get a call on the Stand Store in my profile, or you could also check out my ebook, which is a step-by-step guide on everything you need to know about getting your ex back, regardless of what situation you're in. It'll even tell you how long to do no contact for, what to say, what not to say, when to break no contact, and everything else, so go check that out.
Men didn't ghost. They were pushed out the door and told not to come back. Now the loneliness is blamed on toxic masculinity instead of social engineering. Actions have echoes, even when accountability doesn't.
Okay, but seriously, where are all the good guys? They have to be out there. Those of us that are in the dating game have to believe that they're out there, or we wouldn't be doing it. So many of you reach out to me with your stories, and I love hearing from you, so keep doing that. But after I posted that last video about the terrible date and the terrible guy, I've heard a lot of really bad stories. Like a lot of them. Why do we have so many bad stories? I fully believe that they've always been happening. We've just never talked about it before. So I'm so glad that we're talking about them now, and we need to keep doing that. But if you're a good guy, I'm going to need you to declare yourself. Because us women, we're losing faith out here.
Men watched loyalty get mocked and stability get framed as boring. The reward for commitment became suspicion, audits, and constant testing. So men stopped applying for a role that only comes with blame.
Hey everyone, how's everyone doing tonight? I just want to know, where are all the good men? I mean, no drama, no lying, no cheating, no sneaking around, just plain honesty. What are those good guys at? Where are you? Are not in this planet or what? Like, I just need to know, if you're a good man and you work hard and you take care of your girl and your girl takes care of you, where are those men at? Where are the good ones? Where are you hiding? And also, you have to be single. So on my page, I want you guys to say single and where you're from. I go first. I am single from New Jersey. You're next. Where are you from?
Men, leaving isn't a tantrum. It's a pattern. When men realize they're valued more for what they provide than who they are, enthusiasm dies quietly. No rage, no speeches, just absence.
Where are all the good men at? They're everywhere and they're nowhere. The truth is that you only see in the world a reflection of how you deeply feel in your inner world. That means if you're constantly drawing in men that you don't want, the reason you're drawing them in is because within you, there's a negative association to men. It's easy for you to say, where are all the good men at? When the truth is, you just don't see them because the energy within you is in a vibrational match for the energy inside of them. The ownership for what happens in our life is either inside of us or outside of us. I can guarantee you what you expect in here and in here, you will find a way to manifest out there. All you have to do is forgive, let go of, and heal any negative energy that you are carrying within you. It's a deep process to go into. The more safety and trust you find with your own masculine energy, the more men you'll attract that you can trust and finally feel safe with.
Masculinity was dismantled piece by piece. Then everyone wondered why nothing was holding the structure up. Men were told to shrink, soften, and submit, while still being expected to lead. That contradiction doesn't age well.
Can someone explain to me why it's so hard to find a good man that is all about you and only you, doesn't care to entertain other women, and just wants to make you happy? Like, why is that so hard to find? I feel like nowadays, men my age, or at least all the good men my age, are either married or in a relationship. So yeah, I feel like I'm doomed for life.
Men didn't suddenly change. Incentives did. When respect becomes conditional and commitment becomes risky, disengagement becomes rational. You don't get to mock men into obedience and then cry when they stop showing up. That's all for today. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to press the notification bell so you get the latest updates from our channel.